All right, man.
Oh, cut it off.
Cut it short. Cut it short, because
vibing.
my boys don't like the beat. It's all right. It's okay.
I was vibing.
It was. I can feel. I can sense I was getting on their nerves. What's good, man? We back. Another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast here. You got your boy Lawrence, Kenny, Phil, and Nil. How you guys doing? How you feeling?
Man, week 1 in the books, 1-0. It's a great feeling. Looking for 2-0 next week. Rams are here. Look at me, baby. I'm here. I'm in the stadium, boys. I'm here.
Energy.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, football season started?
I thought it was next week.
Oh, I don't even watch that sport. Phil,
That's all I'm saying.
Wait.
Yo, how it feeling, man?
Yeah, football, soccer, right?
Yeah, that's the real sport, right?
Yeah,
I don't know what they're talking about.
How it feeling?
Absolutely.
What up, Rick?
If you're not 1-0, I feel sorry for you.
Rick in the building. Early. He's in there early tonight.
Oh, he knew.
Right.
As soon as
He
he's in here, as soon as he came in.
We're gonna be having another. Well, they're not a special guest no more because he's not. First time he came on there, he had the gloves out early, so we can't say special guest no more. But Kenny, how you feeling? Neil say he's feeling good. Phil, how are you feeling right now? What's going on, man? How's your week?
Well, Patriots lost to the Dolphins, so not a good start to the season. But my 1v1 with our boy Showboat is live. See how it turned out. Got his merch on, so pretty good week. I love how the video turned out, so make sure you guys go watch that.
All right.
I had a different bag in that video, just a heads up.
Different bag.
That's something I'd say.
You're trash.
Yeah, Lawrence, you getting any money off it? He stole your team name for fantasy. You're using your clothes.
Hey man, listen.
Jeez, is he paying you for your likeness?
This ain't nothing new, man. You already know, bro. We grew up together. You already know how it is, man. Like
They see it, they like it, they take it.
Yeah, copy paste. That's what people do. Okay, it's all right. It's all right.
Also, he resurrected my camera and audio sound, so you could say he does a lot of that.
But oh man, all right, let's get right into it, man.
Hey, how's Kenny doing? We didn't ask.
Oh yeah, my fault.
Bro, we can think about Kenny, bro.
My 0-1 brother.
I wanted to skip over him because he said he don't like my intro music and shit, So I
didn't hate waiting, bro.
You ain't waiting.
When we're coming, we don't gotta have him sit there and wait for us.
Bro, if you're watching the fucking stream right now and your team is undefeated, put it in the chat.
Yeah,
shout it out.
Put a W in the chat.
Put a W in the chat if you're undefeated.
Just go ahead. It's okay. My feelings don't matter. Just because I'm depressed because Syracuse sucked this weekend.
W's in the chat if your team's undefeated.
I mean, y'all ain't gotta sit there and act like I ain't got no damn feelings.
All right, Kenny, how you feeling, man? What's going on?
I'm depressed.
You depressed?
Syracuse lost. Falcons lost. Yankees aren't in the wild card anymore. This is ridiculous.
That's crazy. What's good, Rumar? W's in the chat.
Rumar, how you gonna put a W in the chat when y'all lost last Thursday? Come on now. You're in the same boat as me and Phil over here. Don't be trying to put on a front for the people.
And we're not accepting moral victories either. We're not doing it.
L's are L's.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
Listen, if y'all tuned in, if y'all new, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in. You tuned into IBTE Sports Podcast. Kenny, Phil, and Nil, and Lawrence here. We're gonna get right into our schedule for everything. Kenny, let's get right into the weekly pick'ems.
So while my sport teams may have been hot garbage this week, I wasn't. Lawrence and I are currently tied at first with 11 victories, which would then put Phil and Neil tied at third, technically, with 9 wins.
Technically.
All right. So how did everybody feel when they put their picks in? Did y'all feel like y'all was gonna be where y'all were or what?
I definitely didn't think some of the games would turn out like they did, especially that Saints game. But yeah.
Yeah, I thought the Jaguars were gonna beat the Texans, but
Yeah, I think all of America except for Lawrence and Ashley, my fiance, actually picked Houston too. I don't know anyone else that picked Houston to win.
Hey, Tyrod there. You got Cooks. do something. They got how many? They got how many veteran running backs? They got 4 veteran running backs, I think. So
Mike Ingram.
I said, say why not?
I mean,
and they actually played well.
Yeah, I mean, I started off slow last year for Pick'em, so I'm not worried. It's how you finish the season. So
if I knew, I actually did not know that Tyrod Taylor was the quarterback of the Texans.
Yeah.
If I knew that, I probably would have picked them.
And also, Danny Amendola plays for the Texans.
It's just like it's weird. Like I don't know. Everyone was so low on the Texans and so high on Jacksonville with Trevor Lawrence. I thought they'd at least won by like a field goal.
Right. Let's take a moment real quick before we dive right back into the pick'ems. Rumar, he's back at it again. He's a very consistent character, so that's why I respect him. He's very, very consistent with his delusion.
Consistency is key.
He said we undefeated. That was the one for me. Dak, the best quarterback in the league. Okay.
So there's three things wrong with that sentence. 1, you lost. 2, you're not undefeated, and 3, Dak isn't even a top 5 quarterback in the league. So get the fuck out of here.
Or stay if you want to watch the show. It's up to you. You're kicking out viewers all of a sudden.
What other games surprised you guys?
We'll get into the Saints game later, so I won't go too far into that.
I was super surprised, crazy surprised by the Philadelphia Eagles. They surprised the fucking shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. They look good.
Yeah.
Obviously, they didn't look like, oh my god, this team's going to win the NFC East good, because at the end of the day, sorry Kenny, but it's the Falcons. They have defense. Their defense is translucent. They literally have ghost men out there playing defense. And Matt Ryan couldn't get out of his own way in that game.
No, don't say Matt Ryan could have got out of his own way. The offensive line could do nothing for him.
I'll say
the biggest surprise for me this weekend was the Falcons' offense. I knew our defense would be bad, but the fact that the offense couldn't get a touchdown is very, very terrible. But we know we're not going to stop teams. We're going to have to score.
I would say the Cardinals beating the Titans in the chat. That's what they're saying, but I don't agree with that.
I think the way they beat them is surprising. But on the flip side of the Eagles and Falcons game, I mean, yes, we got our shit kicked in. But let's be real. With 5 minutes left, it was still only a 2-possession game. Like, the Eagles still gave us every chance to come back in that game. We just couldn't because we stink. Right. But like Eagles fans, like, yes, you beat the shit out of us. You deserve to be happy this week and tell me that I was wrong, because I was. But don't sit here and act like you guys put on a slobber knocking performance, because with 5 minutes left, it was a 2-possession game.
Right.
And we played.
I would say this though. I didn't get to watch the whole game. I kind of watched the first couple drives, and it was kind of a stall out. And then next thing you know, I took a nap. After some wings, woke up, checked the box score, and I said, what happened? Because I seen they come out, Kyle Pitts, you got Ridley had the first 3 catches of the game, I think, and then I'm like, all right, they're gonna get going. But I watched the highlights back, and Jalen Hurts getting outside the pocket. If he continues to get outside of the pocket, it's going to be a long day for defenses.
I just really don't think that's a good game for Eagles fans to gauge their offense off of. Right. The Falcons pass rush is non-existent. Their cornerbacks are non-existent. They lost their only defensive presence in that locker room in Raheem Morris.
I'm with you, Neil. I'm glad someone else is saying it, so we don't look like I'm just a homer. But we stink. Our defense is bad. It's bad. Like it's a known fact. I never said you guys weren't going to put up points. Go back and look at the podcast last week. So it was going to be 35-31. You guys held up your end of the bargain. Our offense just did it.
Yeah, I was shocked as well, because all those weapons on offense, I thought at least like 20 plus, but it just completely shocked everyone.
I was definitely expecting more out of Kyle Pitts.
Right.
But like Kenny said, the offensive line was fucked up.
All right, so what we're gonna do right here? We're gonna bring Dante in. He's in the waiting room right now. We kind of already are on the topic, so we might as well bring him in, give him how he feels from the Eagles perspective. He's gonna come in right now. What's good, bro?
Hey,
what up?
Dude,
wait,
Neil, Lawrence, hold them L up, bro. I need all 4 of y'all to hold it up.
What do I got to hold the L up for?
You picked the
Falcons.
Falcons.
We was gonna get spanked last week.
Yeah, but I don't give a fuck about either team.
Kenny said we was gonna get spanked.
I said it was gonna be a 4-point game. If that's a spanking, then okay.
But listen. Good win, right? But At the end of the day, y'all are not going to be playing in December, so it don't matter.
Listen, I'm gonna just tell you this right here, right? That's fine because I told you I have no expectation going into the season. I have none whatsoever. I'm taking it week to week.
Hey.
Game by game.
Oh.
Week to week, game by game.
Paycheck.
Let me pause you right there because if you go back to the pretty much the last NFL season, I say I'm a week to week fan because I don't like get ahead of myself, and they kill me for saying that.
Oh, what kind of a fucking fan is that?
They kill me for saying that.
No, Lawrence, we kill you for saying it because when someone tries to criticize the Saints, you say we can't because that was last week and but we can't talk about this week because we're still talking about last week. That's why I criticize you.
Listen, this is what I have to say, right? I had to go back and listen to last week's podcast. From Neil, Atlanta wins double digits, 28-14. Lawrence, Atlanta's offensive power. They're going to put up points. Phil said, Atlanta 10-14. And Kenny, all Atlanta does is put up points. This is what I got last week.
My man is true.
You got receipts.
Huh?
You got receipts. I respect it.
I do.
It's true, and if you listen, you were in the waiting room, so I'm sure you listened. I was very surprised by the game. I was very surprised by Atlanta's offense. I don't know what the fuck happened. I was surprised by the Philadelphia Eagles offense, but like I said,
I can tell you what happened.
Like I said, I don't think that's a good game for y'all to judge your offense off of.
I'm not doing that. I would judge our offense based off of when we play a better defense. Although I'm an Eagles fan, but I'm a realistic fan. Kenny, last week we debated on a lot of position by positions. You felt as though the Falcons had better positions and a better roster, right? Now, men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Now, wait, time out before you continue. He just said, I'm not going to base it off of this game because we played a bad defense. But now you're going to use those numbers to justify your argument. So wait, no. You can't have it both ways, right or wrong.
No, me and you had this debate last week, right or wrong.
No, right. But listen, you just stated, we can rewind 5 seconds ago. We can rewind 5 seconds ago where you said, I'm not going to use this game. 5 seconds ago, you just said, I'm not going to use this game because it was a bad defense. And then fast forward 5 seconds, let's look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
I'm not going based off of for the following season. I'm going based off, the rest of the games ahead. I'm going based off the Eagles versus the Falcons. That's what I'm going based off. Last week, we all agreed we'll keep the same energy come this Wednesday. This energy is not the same right now, Kennedy.
It is the same.
Please, let me elaborate.
Okay? Let him elaborate, Kenny.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. We both agreed Atlanta had better offensive weapons, right? The numbers completely disagree with that.
Although you just said you were going to judge your offense based off of our defense, but now because it suits your narrative, you will. Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so let's go. So Mike Davis had 15 carries for 49 yards. Sanders had 15 for 74. Let's see here. Where are my wide receivers at? Ridley had 5 for 51. Smith, 671 with a touchdown. And last week, you were bashing Rager so bad, but he ended up with 6 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown that ended the game, sealed it.
You're right.
That was the end of the game.
100%.
Okay? Oh, and then last week when we talked about secondary, did I not have to hear about this dude, Fabian Murillo, whatever his last name was?
Fabian Moreau, because I said we brought him in. You were talking about guys you brought in.
Fabian Moreau. He got burnt twice for a touchdown.
Burnt twice?
He did. 100% did.
Somebody please elaborate to me. When I said the Eagles have a better roster, why did you agree with that? Because
you just literally said, I'm not going to use this game against a bad defense to say we're good on offense. And then 3 seconds later said, look at what we did against your bad defense. Am I missing something? Isn't that what just happened? If you guys are sitting here being silent, you can decide. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
There's too many voices.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But isn't that what just happened? Didn't we hear?
Elaborate to me.
Didn't he just say, I'm not going to base our offense off of a game against a bad defense, right? That was said, correct?
I just said it, yes.
Okay, all right. And then 30 seconds later, it was, let me tell you the numbers about how good our offense is against your bad defense. Isn't that what just happened? Wait, isn't that what just happened?
What our offense was.
That's what just happened, right? Okay, that's all I want to make sure. I want to make sure everyone knows.
It was a
So
contradiction.
we're not going to judge the offense. We're not going to judge the offense based on a game against a bad defense. But since it'll fit my narrative now, we're going to base the offense against a bad defense.
Phil, what are you about to say? Yes,
I'm thinking he's just saying that they were better than this game, not like overall season. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Thank you. I just told you prior to when I gave out the stats, I'm taking it week by week, and then when
they're better than the Falcons this week.
But that doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I get what you're saying. Okay, but all right.
Well, Neil, explain to me where it doesn't make sense at.
Because you just.
So then the Raiders have a better roster than the Ravens because they beat them this week.
I'm not saying that.
I mean,
the Raiders played better than the Ravens.
Right. There's a difference between playing better and having a better team. Those are two different things.
So
the roster played better.
But last week, I said going into the season, I believe the Eagles have a better roster. You disagreed with me, and we debated about that.
I still disagree with that.
Right, exactly. Just because you beat us doesn't, and that's all we're saying.
But last week, week 1, who played better and who
got no one's arguing that. Did anyone here say the Falcons played better? When did anyone say that?
I'm getting negative feedback and debatements about
because you're contradicting yourself.
How am I contradicting myself? I never
don't understand what you're missing here.
I never said anything about moving forward onto the season.
Okay. All right.
Now, if you guys ask me what do I think about the game against San Fran next week, that's a completely different.
All right. So we got that out of our system. It is what it is. Now, Dante, how did you feel about the other games? What games surprised you, and all that? Besides watching your own team,
the most obvious game of the week. I mean, nobody thought New Orleans was going to come and beat the dog shit out of the Packers.
Yeah.
Nobody thought that.
Yeah.
But besides Lawrence, but you know.
What's that to think of? Don't put words.
No, I said they're gonna win. I didn't think you didn't say they're gonna beat the shit out of them. You said they're gonna win.
No, they beat the dog shit out the Packers.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought every game was very competitive and close.
Raiders and Baltimore was a surprise.
That's a fact, Dylan. That's a fact.
100%. Everyone said they were.
Yeah. That's what it is. It is what it is. You feel me?
That Ravens and Raiders game though, that was a really good game. That game, I loved every minute of it. I loved every play, every minute, every snap, everything about the game. I loved it.
Derek Carr had to score 2 game-winning touchdowns in overtime. Wild.
Hey, shout out to Derek Carr though. He gave my man Darren Waller 19 targets, fantasy purposes. I loved every
absolutely.
Loved
19. It. That's absolutely absurd.
Yeah,
that just goes to show the lack of depth that they have in receivers.
Brian Edwards came up clutch though at fourth quarter.
See, I disagree with that. I would say it's more a mark of get your best man the ball.
Yeah, because they get Brian Edwards involved. They get Hunter Renfrow involved.
Hunter Renfrow had 10 targets.
Involved to the end of the game, he didn't get involved. They didn't even look at him.
He couldn't figure out their defense at first. Baltimore, they had no run game. Baltimore stopped every avenue they had. They were putting pressure on Derek Carr in the beginning. He couldn't find receivers. Marlon Humphrey was fucking on one that game, right?
Baltimore's defense is like they're sort of as far as personnel wise, similar to what Dennis Allen does for the Saints. They got 17 safeties on the field. So
it's hard.
They can cover anybody.
And even their linebackers are like cornerbacks.
Right. They got a corner that's 6'4".
They had a 6'4" corner out there. You got Chuck Clark.
Yeah.
They had a bunch. You got a bunch of safeties out there. It's tough to play against that.
I mean, just like the Panthers give the ball to Christian McCaffrey 30 times a game, Darren Waller's going to get 20 targets. I mean, 20 targets is a lot. 19 targets is a lot, but still, you got to get your best man the ball. And Derek Carr knows where to go with the ball. When the game is on the line, Darren Waller, big target, can catch everything that he throws to him. He's going to get the ball. And that's exactly why people drafted him as early as they did. I mean, Darren Waller went in the first round.
Hey,
guys, I'm very happy.
If there's one thing I do got to comment about, though, and I'm not trying to gas his head up, but Matthew Stafford looks great in a Rams uniform.
Yeah, man, we already knew that shit was fucking happen, baby. That's all we fucking do, baby. I'm I'm in the fucking stadium. I'm here. I'm with Matthew Stafford right now. He's fucking throwing passes. I'm here.
All right, Dante. Last thing here.
He's in the box seats.
What game you looking forward to this week?
You know what? I don't even know who's playing.
You don't know who's playing yet?
Let me give me 1 second. I'm gonna look at this.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You got time.
John's asking what we thought about the Mannings on ESPN2. That shit was great, bro.
I heard it was hilarious.
Yeah, that shit was great. Eli and Peyton went back and forth. That shit was awesome. I need more of that. I definitely want more of that. I could do that over the Monday night commentating.
It's on Hulu. It was on Hulu too, I think. Hulu, the live sports or whatever.
Yeah, and I think the special guests that they had were cool as fuck too. That's definitely a good twist to the way that they do shit. It's like live reacting, you know. It's like watching former NFL players live react, and they're not even like.
They were making fun of each other too.
I know, bro. He had Peyton had that helmet on.
He said you need a double X.
Double X. He's like, I gotta take that helmet off. Eli was like, yeah, it doesn't fit your head.
All right, so there's 2 games that I'm looking forward to. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I'm looking forward to the Chiefs and the Ravens. I think it's going to be a good game. That may be a playoff game in our near future. But one game I have to keep a close eye on is the Dallas Cowboys and the LA Chargers.
Shootout.
If the Cowboys lose this game, and I'm not saying the Eagles are going to win at all. I'm not saying that at all against San Fran. But San Fran just lost two of their better players, one on offense, one on defense.
Who Dallas just lose?
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Nick Lawrence.
So if the Eagles find a way to pull off this win and the Cowboys lose, there's a chance this team come late in the season may be in it to win this division.
See, here we go. They beat the Falcons for the worst team.
Round two.
And we're talking about beating the Niners.
I put words in my mouth again. Okay, that did not come out of my mouth.
Yo, listen.
The Giants. Danny Jones is terrible.
Yeah, finish what you gotta say, bro.
Daniel Jones is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to be out for what? 10, 12 weeks?
He's done for the season.
Done for the season.
Done for the season?
Yeah, he's done.
Okay, so
Heineke's going to come in there and catch a stride, and it's going to be a wrap.
I don't believe in Daniel Jones. Washington just reverted back to not having a quarterback. And
but that guy that we all say, like, because you're not the only person I've seen say that about Heineke, but when he played against Tampa Bay, they played Tampa Bay the best of anybody in the playoffs.
Yeah,
we got to see if we can do that consistently.
It was one game, but I mean, I'm not discounting the guy yet.
I'll say
one game.
I will say this about the football team: if Heineke started that game, I think they win that game. I think if Heineke starts that game over Fitzpatrick, I think they win.
Because that football team's defense is very, very good.
If they had any type of quarterback play in that game, they win that game. And obviously, getting your starting quarterback hurt, and then you got to stub somebody in who didn't take first team reps all week, who's been playing with the scout team defense and offense and shit. Like, you put him in on that, and it's like, oh, whoa. So I think if he starts that game, it's a different story.
All right.
So before I log out, we beat the shit out the Falcons.
Let's go. You guys same energy, man.
I am not on a revenge tour this week, but this is the best week available to be an Eagles fan. We beat the shit out of Atlanta. If you can see all the videos there is on social media, we took over that stadium. Bow Wow was on fucking Facebook.
Yo, listen.
We don't claim him.
Listen, Kenny's
We don't
my
claim
boy.
him.
Kenny's my boy. Hey, listen. All that November 21st. That's all I'm saying.
What's November 21st?
We're gonna get it back. We're gonna get it back. We're gonna get it back.
Oh, you're gonna play? Oh, you play them November 21st.
We're gonna get it back for Kenny. Saints got you, bro. Don't worry.
That game is in Philly or New Orleans?
We're traveling.
Kenny, you don't want the Saints to win. At least the Eagles are out of your division.
We're traveling.
Yeah.
That's kind of him and all, but like y'all can lose. I'll be just fine.
Y'all can tie, in my opinion.
I'm not on an apologist tour, but I just want to hear I was right, y'all were wrong. That's all I want to hear.
We literally all said that. Like you could when you play back, you say 3 times.
Hold on. We're not about to do it yet, because listen,
Neil
like
didn't.
last
I
year.
picked the Falcons. If they play again next week, I'm picking the Falcons again.
That's fine.
Listen,
Listen.
Like I said, though, the Eagles
if the offense
were
get
dominated at the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did. They dominated the line of scrimmage
100%.
on both sides of the
Hey.
football.
100%. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. At the end of the day, if they played again, I will pick the Falcons again. That's just what it is.
Respectfully.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
but y'all did dominate that game.
I ain't saying shit, Phil.
The key
Fuck out of here.
Other Phil.
Before I was
I was about to say, what did I do?
before you do head out, like I said before, I saw your reaction when I was saying it. Is Hurts getting out of the pocket is gonna kill teams, but if he stays in the pocket, it's gonna be easier to probably beat them. But him getting outside the pocket killed the Falcons, killed them.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Hey, look, he's not
Eagles
like
played their
Carson
asses off.
Wentz, so I could say that right now.
Congratulations on
That's
your.
another thing to be happy about. Wentz played every single snap last week, so we're 16 games closer to that 70-75 mark. So, go Birds!
Yeah, man. Congratulations on your
you guys
one
earned
win.
the
We'll see you next week when you probably
Neil
lose.
can never apologize.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there, Neil.
Congrats on the W. You guys earned it. Good shit.
Congrats on the W.
all right, bro, we'll catch you. Let's see what.
Neil said, "Fuck apologizing."
Yo, man, that's funny.
You get a backhanded compliment.
You got it. I like him. I like him. He doing this thing. But all right, man. Unfucking believable. All right, where we going next, man?
I think we should talk about three overall takeaways we have from the NFL weekend so far. Going back to Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, just after a full overview of the games, 3 takeaways that we have of the league so far. Personally, myself, my number one takeaway is the Rams look absolutely fantastic with Matthew Stafford. He can throw the deep ball. He can get out of the pocket. It looks great. My second takeaway is the Pittsburgh Steelers are not to be slept on. Do not sleep on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Defense.
Yeah, they look good as fuck. And my third takeaway is do not be surprised if the Cleveland Browns win the AFC this year, because that game was a Baker Mayfield leg trip away from the Cleveland Browns winning that game. So that's my 3 for this weekend so far.
My 3 is tired of hearing about Aaron Rodgers.
In what aspect?
It's tired of hearing.
Because you one bad game?
I'm talking about the offseason and all the other shit. I don't
The
care.
drama?
Man.
How about
the season's here. There's 31 other teams. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about you anymore. Like, you got the offseason to have your hissy fit. It shouldn't be about you no more.
Time to play ball.
I would say second takeaway would definitely be the Browns. The Browns were impressive in that game. I think they need to learn how to kind of put their foot on people's necks, because I don't think the Chiefs should have gotten that game. And then third one is fuck the Eagles.
Damn. Hold on. My 3.
Double down.
Mac Jones has a solid future in New England. I mean, he played very conservative Sunday. I wish he took a little more risk, but no turnovers. He played a decent game. Just costly fumbles and penalties kill the Patriots. Arizona is you definitely can't sleep on them. Kyler Murray balled out. Chandler Jones balled out on defense. That the NFC West is the best division in football. It's just all slobber knockers out there. And probably the Texans could surprise us this year. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs, but they're going to win. They might steal some games due to people sleeping on them. So,
What you got, Kenny?
My 3 takeaways were the Buccaneers defense is as bad as I thought it was last year. They step up in big moments like they did in the Super Bowl, but overall that defense is not good. So I don't think Dallas is bad, but I just think that was more a testament to how bad Tampa's defense is.
Yep.
Pump the brakes on the Mac Jones hype train, because yes, it was good, but like you said, Phil, it was a very conservative game from him. So I see people, we got the next Tom Brady. We're going to the playoffs. One, you lost the game,
Two, your running backs fumble the fuck out of the ball.
I said that. If you didn't,
so we got to pump the brakes on that there. And 3, the Pittsburgh Steelers, just like last year when everyone, they were, they're the worst undefeated team.
Kenny,
yes, they are. But
Kenny, you know what happened, Kenny, going into the season? Everybody looked at the Steelers' end of their season last year.
Yes.
And they completely forgot about what they did in the beginning of the year.
Well, but even last year at the beginning of the year, everyone discounted them. Oh, look how they're winning. Look how they're winning. Like I said, isn't it more impressive if a team – I mean, there were 12 games, right? They didn't lose any of them. Sure, they might have played them closer than they should have, but they found ways to win. How many times the teams that should win games give a game away against? The Steelers didn't do that.
And I'm not saying at this point in his career he's better than Bud Dupree, but Melvin Ingram.
Right.
That was a great steal.
I cannot believe he's on that team. I really can't.
Listen, I had a Steelers fan say to me when they picked him up, "Who is that guy?"
I can't believe he's on that team.
No, like you said, Lawrence, I'm not going to say he's better than Bud Dupree at this point of his career because one is much younger than the other. But opposite T.J. Watt, Melvin Ingram might have a career renaissance this year.
That's insane.
Because on that strip sack, he's a pretty much the reason why it bounced to T.J. Watt to get the sack. But,
yep. And there's a reason why the episode is named Overreaction Wednesday. It's one game, everybody. All right. If your team won, it's one game. If your team lost, it's one game.
Because I remember, I know you Eagles fans remember last year. Y'all probably came out and won the game the first week. And what happened? What was the final result of last season?
Right.
What was the final result? That's all I'm saying.
Right. Man, you get little. Listen, it's the first game of the season. You get little snippets of what your team's gonna look like, right? Like you could see that LASIK eye surgery definitely helped Jameis. But I mean,
Are we going to segue into that game?
Yeah, we're going to segue right into that game.
Before you do, Blurb, Stevie Scott's not on the Saints anymore. He moved on. I don't know where he's at right now. I kind of saw that. I think he got cut on the last cuts for preseason.
Let me see.
He got picked up though. I know he got picked up to go somewhere.
And I'll say just to talk about the Saints game a little bit. We'll talk about the Saints game a little bit. I think first things first. The coach of the New Orleans Saints is a absolute fucking genius for what he did to that team. He made Green Bay, instead of playing in a dome, he made Green Bay, who practices in fucking Wisconsin, go to 110-degree Jacksonville, Florida, fly from the top of the country all the way down to the bottom of the country, and go play a team that they were not prepared for at all. They were not prepared for that heat. They were not prepared for that running attack. They were not prepared for that defensive line, and they were not prepared for Jameis Winston. Not a single player on that Green Bay team was prepared for what just happened to them. Right. And you could see it off the rip, Lawrence. You could see that shit off the rip. The team came out and they just looked like they got into that heat. They got into that fucking humidity, and that was over for them, bro. I
knew the game for me when I was watching it. The first 8 snaps, I don't even think he looked at his play card. He said, "We about to just run the ball and see if they want to play."
Bro, it was over for them. It was crazy.
Also, for me, I mean, Jameis.
Time of possession was
only 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes at the end. They only got him by 10 minutes.
Right.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean that they didn't own them throughout. Every time I turned the game on, I was like, remember, I even texted. I said, "Bro, is Aaron Rodgers even getting the ball?"
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, for me, obviously Jameis Winston didn't have a lot of passing yards, but he made a lot of passes of his count. 5 touchdowns, 149 yards. It may not be a lot of yards, but he definitely made a lot of very important passes. He connected. So that's the very one thing that everyone focused on. Like, can he make passes with the eye surgery? And he definitely made those passes count week 1.
But Kenny, tell him. Please give
my takeaway now. And it's going to come across as a hater because I'm a Falcons fan.
No. Go ahead, bro.
5 touchdowns. That's super impressive. I'm not taking that away. I've said that is absolutely phenomenal. That's great.
Tell him.
But he only had 149 yards. He had less than 150 yards because he played in a short field. So that's no thing against him.
The defense is taking the ball away.
And Lawrence, I'm not talking you. I'm talking people in general. Jameis is back. This is Jameis. Yeah, he's going to have an MVP caliber. Listen,
I'm not saying.
No, I know. 5 touchdowns are great and all. I get that. But he still had less than 150 yards. Like Taylor Heineke came in as a backup, and I think might have had that many yards last week. So we gotta pump the brakes on the Jameis noise too, because again he showed us that he's going to be serviceable, but we still don't know what he's going to be because that defense put him in such a great situation last week.
Also, to second off that, everything that he did in that game was set up perfectly for him. Sean Payton put him into. He couldn't have sculpted the game out better for Jameis Winston.
Right.
Alvin Kamara tore up that defense. Got it to the point where Green Bay either had to stack the box or that was it for him. Alvin Kamara would have had 350 yards if they didn't stack the box. And of course, they stacked the box, and then Winston didn't throw to a receiver that was guarded once, I don't think, the whole game.
Nope.
Right? I mean, every single guy he threw the ball to was wide open.
He came out in play action. They were running the ball so much. They bid on everything. Everybody's open.
Yeah, I mean,
my takeaway. Let me go to the chat real quick. Rick, I was happy because for the whole offseason, he's a laughingstock. I'm not saying Jameis Winston is going to be an MVP. It's week 1. It was nice to see him run the ball on the third downs.
It did look good to see him run the ball.
Every time he ran the ball, it was a first down, and I think he ran the ball 5 times. Oh, that's a plus.
Slide, though. I want to see him slide.
No, he did. He did. Well, on the one, he did.
He lowered his shoulder, too.
Yeah.
What was your reaction to what Drew Brees said about Jameis?
It's true.
He knows since 2017. He sold us.
Well, first of all, it was a joke, guys. He's on TV.
So it wasn't a joke.
No, but my thing is, he knows he's probably watching the game, and he knows that's what's been missing for the Saints.
Right.
Oh, 100%. But he's saying it to be a smartass, like it's funny and get laughs.
J. Cole said it. Every joke has some truth to it.
I want to know, Lawrence. I want to know how you feel about do you think that the game being played in Jacksonville played a big part in the victory? I think it did. I think it would be at least, I'm not saying the Saints would have lost if it wasn't played in Jacksonville, but I don't think they would have dominated the game as hard as it did if they played in the Superdome instead.
My response to this is, what's going on in New Orleans right now? None of the players are near their families. Everybody's displaced. So, the Packers should be more prepared than the Saints are.
Oh, I was just talking about, weather conditions.
Weather conditions? I guess.
That humidity is no joke, bro. You gotta prepare.
At the same time, don't the Saints have to deal with that same humidity? They don't. They play in a controlled environment.
But they've been down there. They've been down there though.
But the Saints do practice outside. They practice inside.
They've been down there. And Louisiana, that heat, Louisiana is crazy too.
Right.
It's not like that.
And not to mention they went to Texas for the past 2-3 weeks. That's where they've been practicing.
Yeah,
and it's hot as hell over there. But I think for my takeaway from the game is, I posted on Facebook. I love what Rich Eisen said. He basically was saying that the Saints are pretty much a defensive team hidden in offensive clothing, because the roster, like I was saying in the offseason, the roster is very, very nice. They added Marcus Trufant, not saying he's the best ever. They add Bradley Roby. Desmond Trufant, my fault. You add Bradley Roby. You got Marcus Williams. You got CGJ, the human punching bag. You got Marcus Davenport. You got a bunch of D tackles that are just hungry. You bring back Kwan Alexander. The defense is there; they can cover. But that's what I was more excited of, how Dennis Allen called the game. I think Jameis Winston played good. But I just want to see. I obviously want to see Sean Payton not protect him so much. I want to see those risks to where we can be all right, he can go out and call the entire playbook. You could tell he didn't call the whole playbook in that game. He kind of just said, we about to go in double tights and run the ball inside zone, sweep, stretch, and then just get up out of here. And it just worked to perfection. So I'm happy as shit that they dominated the Packers, because I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on the Saints.
Also, now to talk about the other side of it, because the Packers were the number one offense in the league last year. Obviously, they went to the NFC Championship. They played Tom Brady close, who ended up winning the Super Bowl. If you're a Packers fan, I wouldn't be freaked out about this game. I really wouldn't. First off, it's not only. I mean, we get us week 1, but like I said, You got a young coach who probably didn't even fit. I'm telling you, boys, like playing that shit in the weather, that weather factored in crazy in that game. I mean, them Green Bay players looked energy sucked out. Like they didn't
I
even.
hear you, but you're hyping this up a little bit too much because players have to play in Jacksonville 17 weeks out of the year.
I don't think but they weren't prepared for it though.
Why weren't they prepared for it? They knew about it 2 weeks ago. The game was going to be here.
Me personally, I do not.
Like I get what you're saying, but
No, I know y'all don't care. But I'm saying as a Green Bay fan, like the cards were not in y'all favors at all. Like nothing was put into place for y'all to win that game. Aaron Rodgers looked like he literally just came off a fucking boat. Like he had the man bun was tied up. He was just throwing the ball up in the air. He was throwing interceptions and shit was crazy like that. I wouldn't be too worried about the game. Honestly.
He looked like he just came from a driving range.
He really did.
But if I'm a Green Bay fan too, I also say I kind of see where Aaron Rodgers is coming from now because you don't give anything to that offense ever. You try to keep building that defense, but your defense just got shellacked, and Aaron Rodgers had no weapons on offense still. Yep. He had Devontae Adams and he has Aaron Jones still. So if I'm a Packers fan today, I understand Aaron Rodgers' gripe all offseason now.
And not to mention, too, before I'm going to end it here, is all the Saints offensive line. Rotation is immaculate. They got 6-7 linemen that rotate in the game, which is crazy. It's absolutely insane. So I'm happy it's week 1, not overreacting, just like Neil said. Week 2, you got to go to Carolina. And you never know what's going to happen in NFC South. Everybody's split with everybody, and it's annoying as hell.
Yep. Them inter-conference games, they fuck with you all the time.
All right, man. What else? What other game? What other games? So, I feel like we went too long for the Saints. I'm just happy they won.
I mean, we could definitely talk about the Rams game. We can always talk about that debut, Matthew Stafford debut. We could talk about Patriots, how they looked against the Dolphins defense. They always play those games close.
Really close.
That Sunday night game was crazy, right? That Monday night game was crazy. We had back-to-back primetime games that were very good. Rams-Chicago game was good.
I think Matthew said, I don't know. I'm not saying he looked in Detroit if he looked like bigger, but he looked like he was way more in shape.
I noticed that.
Or was it the flap jacket?
I thought the same. Yeah, no, I was saying the same.
I thought the same thing.
Jersey on him, like
because I was saying the same thing about Jameis too. Like he slimmed down, and I looked at Matthew Stafford when I was watching the highlights. I'm like, yeah, he looks way.
He looked bigger, right?
Yeah,
I feel like he looks slimmer. Like he's actually training to like play versus going to get $100 million and just knowing that he's gonna get destroyed every week and throwing the ball.
Because with that offensive line in Detroit, he had to do a lot of running, so that's why he slimmed down, obviously. But in LA, he doesn't have to worry about that. He has an extra second or two.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't want to talk too long about the Rams game because obviously there wasn't much there to talk about. But just some things. Darrell Henderson is obviously the number one back. I knew this going into the year. I said it on the podcast. I said it, don't go crazy and draft Sony Michel above Darrell Henderson. Sony Michel got 2 carries in the game. It was at the end of the game. Matthew Stafford and threw more deep passes in one game than we had all year last year. Jared Goff was obviously a liability in that factor of the game. Offensive line looked great. Defense did its thing, of course. Jalen Ramsey showed out. I mean, Jalen Ramsey, that game last night was for everybody that said Jalen Ramsey wasn't the best cornerback in the league last year. He literally came out and just showed out for everybody.
Who said that?
There was a lot of people saying that last year, and Chicago fans also.
That's Rams self-proclaimed. Woe is me, because I don't know anyone that said Jalen Ramsey.
I would say that. No, I would say this. Some people were saying Jair Alexander or what's Buffalo boy?
Trey White. I can promise you, I didn't see anyone saying that.
Yeah, no, there was a lot.
People were saying Trey White too,
and Xavier Howard too.
But what it comes down to, because he had the numbers.
Humphrey.
Tim ain't really do nothing. But with Jalen Ramsey, I kind of shared the clip in the chat. This is what I think he talked to Prime, where he said, "I'm gonna take my game to the next level." He even said it on $1 million worth of game. He said he's gonna take his game to the next level. And I didn't know what he meant by that, but he's out here traveling. He's actually putting his nose to the football and actually tackling.
Right.
So that's a whole nother animal that a lot of these teams are not ready for.
And Chicago's got to play their quarterback. I don't know what the fuck Andy Dalton's doing in the game. Yeah. Play your quarterback.
Right. Because they promised Dalton he was going to be the starter.
But Matt Nagy was also around with the Mahomes. They made him wait and then put him in at a certain point. But not saying he's gonna do the same thing. Time is ticking.
Yeah.
The difference is though, Alex Smith was good enough to get you to the playoffs and win you a couple playoff games. Andy Dalton is not.
Right. I believe the worst. I believe the worst thing that happened to the Bears that game was having Justin Fields score that touchdown. Because now it's even more pressure on the coaches and the whole social media of the Bears. Just you hear all about it.
That's it. That's a good point you brought that up. I kind of had this written down. How do y'all feel about this dual quarterback shit?
It's actually for me, it kind of ruins what I think the quarterback is in the flow of a game, right? Like you could see they did that shit to Dalton mid-drive in the Rams game, and the drive stopped after. Of course, it worked later on in the game, but we saw that shit multiple times during the weekend, and it just halted a drive.
I think the problem with it's not going to work for the Bears. They just don't have the right personnel for it, and Andy Dalton doesn't have the right headspace for it.
Who's the second receiver for the Bears?
Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, Darnell Mooney. But when you saw it in San Francisco, like it worked. Like they obviously blew the lead at the end, but like Trey Lance, Jimmy G looked real well out there.
Even Miami somewhat last year worked, but
no, it did not work in Miami last
year.
I'm gonna give you a game.
They did not really do it. It was Tua, and then shit, the game's close. Put a Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's not a dual QB system. I don't believe in my start.
Yo, listen. I'm gonna tell you this. I experienced it, but not at that level of college, and I'm literally trying to get my breath, and one quarterback's in, and then I have my head down. I hear another voice, and then you look at everybody else. And everybody else is depleted when that other guy comes in.
Of course, you put your trust in your guy.
Depleted, and I know those guys are like, what's?
Yeah, Nick Foles is still in Chicago.
That's why I don't work in Chicago because Andy Dalton is so much worse than Justin Fields. Whereas at least in San Fran, like Jimmy G has the clout, like he took them to the Super Bowl at least. So like it's easier for them to still rally behind their guy. Mm-hmm. It ain't easy to rally behind Andy Dalton when they know he's not better than Justin.
And just talking about it, like non-playing wise. We saw Fields score a touchdown. That's just ammo for all the newspapers and all the social media writers just to talk about Fields versus Dalton. So that just makes everything worse for them. So.
And Nick Foles is still in Chicago. Yes, he is.
Yeah, but he's not suited up though. He's sitting.
Quarterback. Yeah, he's a coach.
He's collecting his money.
And all right, so I also, like I said, I don't want to talk about the Rams long. I want to talk about the Chiefs game. The Chiefs game, the Browns game, which I think was one of the best games of the weekend.
Right.
The Chiefs, of course, Patrick Mahomes, 75-yard fucking fuck it, Tyreek down there somewhere, pass, saved their ass. Their special teams got that block punt or got lucky on that muff punt by the fucking punter. Everything once again worked out perfectly for Golden Boy Patrick Mahomes to look amazing.
You say that
bro, listen.
To look amazing, he played his ass off. 337 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 9 incompletions. It's not like he played bad. You're saying like he got bailed out by some luck. Like he played great.
Should have lost that game.
When you're going back and forth in the game, like he even said it in the press conference. He knows that he's never out of a game. It doesn't matter. Like
that offense, absolutely.
They're down 12, and then people are saying this is over already.
Never.
You must have forgot. Like, we did not watch them in that Super Bowl getting absolutely whooped up and down the field by Deebo Samuel and them and then come back.
No, I don't have any animosity against Patrick Mahomes. I just think that there's a lot of nut dragging going on when it comes to him.
Right.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, you can't. He's never out of a game, like ever. You can try to sit like you said. Oh, everything went perfect for Mahomes. No, Patrick Mahomes played them into that. It's not like the Browns said, "Here, take this." No, the Browns were playing great, and Patrick Mahomes said, "Okay, look what I'm going to do now."
It's just that team, bro. It's the team. That offense. They are not going to leave. Like those same 5-6 guys. That's difficult to beat when they're at OTAs for the last 4 years together. They've been to the last game 2 years in a row already. Let me just break this down for you. Neil, you were saying how we all agreed that Stafford played great. Okay, Stafford's number on Sunday night: 20 for 26, 321, 3 TDs. Mahomes' numbers: 27 for 36, 337, 3 TDs. Why is it nut dragging for Mahomes, but
Matthew Stafford looks great, and now they're running a great offense.
No, I didn't say no. I mean altogether. I feel like Patrick Mahomes just constantly gets nuts dragged on. Like he just always.
I get what you're saying. But look at what the guy has done. He's broken record. Like I could understand that if he were playing mediocre, but he's never been mediocre in his career.
I get it. I'm sick of hearing about it. Like, okay, we get it. Patrick Mahomes is a great quarterback. So what?
So because he's great, we're supposed to ignore it.
Not ignore it, but suck him off every time he does something. Oh, he threw another no-look pass. What the fucking do, man?
All right, listen, we're getting off topic here. All right, man.
That was some animosity.
Yo, the craziness. Unreal, man. Let's go on to these power rankings, man. Well, how y'all feeling about the power rankings that just came out? Feel like they're accurate? What's going on?
I think honestly, I think the Bills are too high. I think the Bills are too high. I think the Ravens are too high. I think the Browns are too high. I think the 49ers are too high, and I think the Saints are too high. I think they all should be. I think that should be shuffled up there a little bit.
That's half.
You're saying the Saints should be bounced out of the top 10?
No, I think they should be lower.
Yeah,
I think the Ravens should be 10. I think the Saints should be 7. I think the Browns
low.
Or higher.
Oh, my bad. I think they're placed too high on the list. I think they should be lower.
Reverse.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they're too high. I think they should be lower. I said it kind of backwards a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely think I like the top 3. I think the Seahawks. I think that the Steelers should be over the Seahawks at 4.
I agree with that too. Yeah.
Because the Seahawks beat the fucking Colts. The Steelers beat the Bills.
The Steelers did it without their offense even getting together.
Right. That Steelers defense is bro. That Steelers defense is so scary. Like that shit is terrifying. They don't have a hole.
When their offense eventually clicks, because it's going to have to. Like Najee Harris is going to click.
Oh, it's so scary. I don't know. I really don't know why the 49ers are in the top 10 and the Cardinals aren't.
Yeah, John, that's why we got the NFL.com because all the ones are tripping. They got, man. I seen one that had the Saints at 13 still, 14. I'm like, what is this?
Also, I think maybe the Browns could be a little bit higher, but it's decent. But it should be a little bit higher. The Browns.
No, I like where they're at.
I
don't think the Ravens should be above them though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it should be.
If the Ravens and Browns switched, I'll be okay with that.
I think it should be Steelers, Seahawks, Bills, Browns, Saints, Cardinals, 49ers. Get the Ravens out of there.
I wouldn't put the Cardinals ahead of the Niners.
He said the whole division. We in here. The whole division.
I would have put the Cardinals ahead.
Oh man, this boy crazy.
I do. Well, NFC West is the best division in the whole fucking whole NFL.
But I don't think the Cardinals are better than the Niners right now.
Somebody ain't making it.
I do. I think the Cardinals are better than the Niners. The Cardinals.
Wait, yeah, there's three wild card teams now, right?
Yeah, I said everybody can't make it though.
Yeah,
yes, they can.
They can.
If there's 3 wild card teams, one
division winner and the 3 wild cards.
The likelihood of that is
wild,
but
that'd
be crazy.
But it's possible.
But if anyone can pull it off, it'd be that division, though. To be honest,
all we need is the NFC East to do something, and then that won't happen. That's it.
NFC East is a 1-team bid this year.
That's a fact.
I mean, if you guys had to choose,
not the Eagles.
If you guys had to choose one team out of this top 10 that doesn't deserve to be in the top 10, who would it be?
Yeah, I think it's the 49ers.
You said
how could you say that?
Because they almost lost the game to the Lions.
I'm gonna say both.
Almost. I mean, but
you said they should be in there or they shouldn't.
They shouldn't be in there. I think the 49ers should be out of there.
But the Ravens did lose to the Raiders.
Yeah, but the Ravens have a better team than the 49ers do. They are better. They have a better defense, and Lamar Jackson is better than any quarterback they have.
They just lost to the Raiders, and the Niners just won.
I think that their team. Okay, so you said Atlanta has a better team than Philadelphia. You guys just lost to Philadelphia. Are you saying your team's not better than them?
They didn't play head to head though. So I'm saying I would take the Niners head to head over if they play head to head.
Trade logic.
But the Ravens and the Niners didn't play each other head to head, so that's an irrelevant argument.
I'm taking Baltimore over the 49ers. I watched the 49ers play. I don't think they're that good. I think they're overhyped. Jimmy Garoppolo's garbage. Their team's they already lost two of their best players. They already lost their best cornerback and they lost their best running back. Gone.
Jason Verrett played in how many seasons? He's hurt all the time.
Jason Verrett was their.
Hold on. Dylan, we're going to adjust this right now because you just said some dumb shit. The Eagles could go undefeated and these guys will say they're not top 10. Okay. You're being mad drastic, bro. Like, man, you're dragging it, bro.
It's not true, bro.
They'd be number 11, in my opinion, if they wanted to.
Listen, if the Eagles string together this first 8 weeks and they're impressive, obviously people are going to have to give them respect. That's just with any other team. Yeah. If they the first 8 weeks they start off 6-2, people are going to be like, okay, they're going to give respect. Or if they start 7-1, even 8-0, they're going to have to give them the respect because they're going to go out there and I think they have a quality schedule too.
Because you got to remember, it's still early in the season, so people take last year into consideration still.
Yeah.
So you got even teams that are good that are losing right now are getting the benefit of the doubt in the rankings because they're basing off of last year. That's what happens.
I just don't understand Eagles fans. I just don't understand Eagles fans.
Dylan, for you right here, I said I gave you a grace period of 8 weeks. This is who you got. You had the Falcons, you had the 49ers, you got the Cowboys, you got the Chiefs, the Panthers, the Buccaneers, the Raiders, Lions, and then the Chargers. All I'm saying is, if you make it through that, we got to give you respect. Because listen to what I just named.
So what you're saying? 5-3, 6-2?
No, I'm not giving no predictions because I'm not.
Right. No. I mean, what record would give them respect? About 500?
I think it depends though, because
I
lose all those big games, but they're like a one possession game or a 1 point. I'm not going to say they're trash because of it, so I don't think I can find a number.
Listen, if the Eagles split that, I'd say that they belong in the top 15.
Right, because you just off of what we just named, you got the Chargers, Bucks, Chiefs, Cowboys, and then the 49ers.
Dante, the Niners are in top 12 because the NFL loves Kyle Shanahan, and they're still riding off of. They're not counting last year for the Niners for some reason. They're going off of their Super Bowl year because they're saying they were all hurt last year.
But why are you counting the 49ers in the top 12? What's your reasoning?
Because I believe in that defense.
What defense?
I do too.
You mean what defense?
What defense?
The defense
that just let up 400 yards to Jared Goff and let the fucking Lions
now you don't like Jared Goff?
With that offense? No.
Hold on.
Are you kidding me?
Relax. Wait, wasn't it like a blowout and then they came back?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yes.
Yeah, come on, man. It's right. How do you let that happen? If you have such a good defense, put them away.
Didn't you say you like Jared Goff in the offense in the chat?
I want you to keep the same energy when the Rams are beating the dog shit out of somebody, and then they come back and score 25 points.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Bro, yes, I would.
You're going to say the game was already over in the third quarter.
I would never fucking say that. I would say the defense played good, and the defense played good, and then all of a sudden they forgot how to play.
Phil, we're gonna have to do some homework and run some shit back from last year because I feel like he already said that.
Didn't say it.
He called Jared Goff a god in the chat during the Detroit Lions game.
But Dylan, in all seriousness, listen. We want to be realistic, but at the same time, we tired of hearing y'all. You feel me?
You haven't done anything in the worst division of football in 3 years.
Right. We just that's what it comes down to. Like if y'all can put it together, and it's gonna start with your boy. Jalen Hurts is gonna be your come up or your downfall. It goes through him.
Right. Also, side note, for me, I don't know if you guys heard yet, but I'd probably take the Ravens out of the top 10, just the way that they played against the Raiders from week 1, just going off week 1. Just the offense looks sloppy, the defense let Derek Carr go off in the second half.
They look like listen.
Yeah.
Lamar.
Also, Zay Jones was wide open for that touchdown at the end.
It was all out blitz. They were stopping the run there.
Yeah, it was a blitz. I thought it was a blitz, yeah.
The alignment for the safety was messed up.
I'd probably keep that top 10, maybe rearrange them, but because I'm just looking at who's out of the top 10. I don't know what I'd put in there. I know Neil, you keep saying the Cardinals, but I'm just not putting in the top 10. I'd move them up to 11, but
Yeah, like I think it's too early anyway.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand the logic of keeping the Niners in the top 10 and not putting the Cardinals in the top 10. The Cardinals played a better team. They beat them more one-sidedly, and the defense looked way better than the Niners defense did.
Right.
And they have they have a better defensive coordinator now that Robert Saleh's gone. Kyler Murray's better than Jimmy Garoppolo, and they have better weapons. So Cardinals belong in the top 10 over the 49ers.
Case in point.
Fair enough argument.
Jackson's in the chat.
Fair
Jackson
enough.
came on the show and said he was going to the game and the Steelers were going to beat the Bills, and he was right. Jackson, shout out to Jackson, shout out to the Steelers, man.
He's also
I
right
think
against our-
I think we
our
all
fantasy
slept.
matchup.
I think we all slept on the Steelers. I know I
Excuse
did.
me. Check the picks.
Kenny did pick the Steelers. He did, but it wasn't because of his heart. It was because of his mom.
No, I had sound logic.
Yeah, he gave logic.
He did. Rewind
Same
the tape.
reason I used for why the Browns were going to beat the Chiefs. I used why the Steelers were going to beat the Bills. Difference was I was right.
Yeah.
Right. You got to rewind the tape.
And I think the big thing for the Cardinals before we do move on right here is they got Chandler Jones back, man.
5 sacks. My IBTE.
Well,
play of the week.
hold on. Okay.
Yeah,
So yes, 100%. I agree. Chandler Jones, the monster's been a monster in the league for a long time, but do not act like the acquisition of J.J. Watt does not help him. Putting J.J. Watt on that other side frees up a whole other world for Chandler Jones to go crazy and go off.
Hold on. Before he got hurt, what was he doing?
Not 5 sacks in one game.
Chandler Jones was killing.
It was
Then
leading
he
the
got
league.
hurt.
No, he wasn't.
Yes,
No, he wasn't.
Oh
No, he
my-
wasn't.
yes, he
It was the
was.
year before. Well,
Bro,
relatively recently,
when he
didn't he
got
lead
hurt-
the league in sacks? I know
when
I'm
he
not
got
making this
hurt,
up.
he was that dude. And
I
he
know
got
I'm not
a
making this
season-
up.
He got a
Didn't
season
he led the league in sacks
Bro.
his last full season, didn't he?
Bro,
I don't think
stop.
so.
I'll check.
Because I know where that statement comes from. I know what it was leading to.
What was it leading to?
It was going to lead to your boy, AD.
What? What about him?
You got help my boy AD do it by himself. So he not.
I was not gonna say that. I was not going to say that.
I know you.
No, I was not gonna say that. I would not take away Chandler Jones. Fucking
Okay, it was
dominated.
2017.
Yeah, 17. Yeah.
17?
Yeah.
Yeah, he led the league in sacks.
That's a long time ago, bro.
No, I know. Okay, but last year before it went out, I would love to know how many he had.
Yeah, like I feel like he was doing fairly well that season before he got hurt. I think it was 19.
No, that was last year. What's the one? Right? Didn't he get hurt last year?
Yeah, he got hurt the entire season last year. But what he do in 2019? Because we about to go into the fantasy stuff too.
He had 19 sacks in 2019.
There you go. Yeah, and Shaq Beard had 19 and a half. He was right there.
So 2017,
So
17,
that's all I'm
2018, 13, 2019, 19, 2020, 1, 2020, 0.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I still don't know what you're saying.
He was killing when he was there.
Right. What he's saying is don't act like he needed J.J. Watt.
Yeah, he didn't need JJ
Yeah.
Watt.
19 sacks in 2019 is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was going crazy.
So what
His
I'm
last
saying
healthy
is,
season, he had 19 sacks.
It doesn't matter what you're saying because he was killing before he got hurt.
It doesn't
But
matter.
if he was here for 2020 and had a mediocre year and then JJ Watt's here, then I would understand. But he got hurt last year, so that statement doesn't matter.
all I'm saying is that I don't think.
Chandler Jones is going to help J.J. Watt.
Hello?
I just don't think that Chandler Jones is getting 5 sacks in a game without J.J. Watt on the other side. That's all I was saying. I don't think his single game performance would be that without J.J. Watt on the other side of him.
Right.
Or at least somebody else, because the Cardinals have never had another edge rusher. That's all
We're
they've
not saying
had.
he's going to get 5 sacks a game, you know?
No, I was saying off that game alone.
And I'm not gonna keep going into this. We can break it down that he was going against Taylor, like
He
wasn't going
fucking
against
dominated Taylor Lewan,
had him tweeting
Forever.
to him after the game.
who
Thank you.
was apparently like one of the best top 5, top 3 tackles in the game.
So that makes my statement even more. I'm just saying, man. But anyway, let's get to this fantasy, the IBTE league. We got IBTE league, and then we got the armchair league.
I'm gonna just come straight out and say it, Rick. I'm sorry. Your team's still ass, but I did watch you work, and you put up some fucking numbers.
Say watch you work. Yeah.
I'm gonna come out and say it.
Let's give it up. Let's give it up for Rick, man. While we watched him work, Week 1, you blew everybody out 200 points, right?
201 points.
It was fun while lasted.
Jalen Hurts ain't playing Atlanta's defense every week.
Every week, come on, man.
I mean, you read those games out, Lawrence. We know what he's got to face soon.
Hold on, it's about to get. Listen, you better go find quarterback help.
Better go grab Jared Goff.
So he got to face Bosa. He got to face no DeMarcus Lawrence. The Chiefs, he's got to fight some machine boy. The Panthers, you got a young defense. They fly around. You got the Bucks. Bucks is already them guys. You got to run away from Max Crosby. And what is that, week 6?
So Max Crosby looked really good on Monday night.
Yeah, Max Crosby and Ryan Nassib both look really good. Yeah. Ryan Nassib,
Carl
Nassib. Sorry,
Ryan is the quarterback.
Yeah,
Rick, you got a tough matchup this week. I'm just looking at it.
Who's he playing?
He's going up against David Antone. His lineup is Matt Ryan, Derrick Henry, Chris Carson, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Ryan Tunyon, Nelson Aguilar, Ronald Jones, Matt Stafford.
Rick. Watch you work, Rick. We'll watch you work.
Rick and Marty.
Hey.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying, look at the matchups that those teams had that I just mentioned.
He's going to do a lot of working this weekend.
And Ronald Jones has the start.
Yes, and he's playing against the Falcons defense. And you, who had all them Eagles, know what it's like to go up against that Falcons defense.
That's a fact. And you just saw whatchamacallit did against the Colts defense. You got Matthew Stafford going up against the Colts defense. Russell Wilson, Watt, and Russ we trust.
So I'm going to get my shit out the way as fast as I can. My team did terrible one league, and I barely won another league. So.
We're not letting you get out of the way quick. No,
don't let him get out of the way quick.
Yeah. You know what, John's been really active too. Both of you need to be called to the stand.
Kenny, call him up. Front and center, Kenny.
How?
Oh, Jackson.
How? In a league.
Congrats on the win, by the way.
In a league where we start 2 quarterbacks, how do you not score 100 points? How?
In my defense,
I don't want to no defense.
No defense, because I hit Aaron Rodgers as one of my quarterbacks, and I've still put up 165 points and won. So how do you have 2 quarterbacks and not crack 100?
Well, if you're saying how, do you want me to answer or do you not want me to answer? I'm just asking.
I gotta hear this because then you have the audacity to come in the chat and say, "But I'm not the worst manager this week." You should have hit the corner. I don't care what Sleeper says. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
And the numbers said I wasn't the worst manager.
No, the numbers do, because the numbers state in a 2 QB league, you could not crack 100 and you scored the least in the league.
And Jackson,
yeah, but they also told all the numbers together and they said I wasn't the worst manager. So technically,
because that goes by the percentages and how many. So you know what? That shows how bad your team is, because even though you scored less than 100, your team wasn't even projected to score that high of points. So you still were percentage-wise close to your projection. So that just speaks to how bad of a drafter you are. So I would have cut my mouth shut on that one, Phil.
I did better than the other league though.
All right, so
hold on. Aaron Jones didn't show up. Robinson had Pitts had a terrible game as well. Just a lot of my stars didn't show up.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have had Kyle Pitts if you drafted him when he was supposed to be drafted.
Okay, but Aaron I'm making to you, I had Aaron Rodgers in the league who scored 1 point, and I put up 165.
Kenny, tell him who. I had Aaron Rodgers and I played you, and I beat you, Kenny, with Aaron Rodgers.
That's what I'm saying.
But before we move on to me, what does my team name say? We'll see you next week. I gotta say. Wait 2 weeks. We'll take it next week.
Phil, you can't. That's a beautiful fantasy performance, and you're never going to live that down.
Lawrence, talk to the chat. Lawrence, talk to the chat. They want to talk to you, Lawrence.
I was in full responsibility for that. That was a terrible week. I'm not going to lie. But we're on to next week.
So I got to play Jackson. Well, he's in here right now. You don't stand a chance.
Kenny,
Congrats on the win, Jackson. Congrats on the win.
But wait, pin that comment again, Lawrence. Pin it again.
Wait, what?
Pin Jackson's comment again.
Oh, I can't wait to start 2-0.
Yeah, pin that shit. Yeah.
So we're gonna get this day. Yeah, you came in here, disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? You could have said this on the sleeper app. You came to the live stream and said this, and you gotta play me. Listen, I'm not Phil. I'm gonna check the matchups. I'm gonna see what's going on because I'm not putting anybody in my lineup. You will be 1-1, and I will be 1-1.
I thought we were cool.
Next week, man.
You're gonna be 1-1. That means you're gonna lose.
2-0. My fault. I was thinking about the other league. The other league got lost in. But listen.
Wait. Question before we move on. When did the stats corrections come in?
Oh, you're probably dead now. Usually it happens by you. It probably would happen
Monday night. It happens.
We got the
win.
No,
it's projected. Listen, they got you by 4 points, 4.5 points. You're done.
Not gonna happen.
You're done, man. I got you by 10. Landslide.
Yeah, my team is looking rough this week. Also, I'm not feeling it.
John, if you're still in chat, IBTE we're playing each other. Me versus John this week.
All I'm saying is, Kyler, he gotta go to Minnesota. That's it. That might be 40.
You think so?
What he just did to Tennessee?
I don't know. Minnesota defense looked kind of okay against Joe Burrow, though.
That was a crazy overtime game, too. We do not care.
Wait, John, that's a great point. Because Marquez Callaway, Lawrence did a whole lot of chatting about that.
Oh, yeah.
Hold them accountable.
Let me take the floor. Okay, so I was watching the game, and I was just so happy the Saints were winning. And I look at the box score, I'm like, my boy, you do nothing.
Yo, that's the worst feeling in fantasy in the world when you look and see a team's got like 35 points. Like, I know my man was killed. You open up the app and it's like,
damn.
I said 2 touchdowns with Jawan Johnson. I was happy. Happy.
He's got Baker. He's got Baker in Houston. Lawrence.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
I know.
That's gonna be a good matchup. We gotta keep our eyes on that one. Yeah, we got. Damn, that's gonna be a good matchup.
Listen.
IBTE match of the week.
The players I'm circling on my team. My big hitters. I hope they come out. Kyler and Kittle. I think they'll show up and show out.
Listen, we need Phil to have a bounce back performance because that.
Yeah, that was bad, bro.
So this is what I got to say about Phil. He's consistently making the IBTE sports team look bad. He has the worst sports takes. His fantasy team is the worst, and he's just the worst. So
and he's taking L's in basketball 1-on-1.
He's taking and he's supposed to be out here saying that he's gonna beat me and Kenny. Like he's losing. No, he's going out to New York City saying he's losing like that. We are now taking applications to replace.
Wait. He's 1-1 right now. He's 1-1 right now.
Hold on. Neil, what is your record?
That's a fact, bro.
Neil, what is your record? I'm not playing games. You're not.
1-0.
And 1v1 basketball?
I never lose 1v1 ever.
I'm out here playing 1v1s. You're here sitting in your chair the whole time.
I don't lose 1v1s. Ever.
Because you don't play them.
Phil, you still in this, Phil? Tell him, Phil. He might not be in here anymore.
And first of all, I'm not here. You said not dragging Patrick Mahomes. You're over here doing it to Aaron Donald and Otani.
I got to get in the league that Dante's in. Boy said he just traded Damian Harris for George Kittle.
No, come on.
Who's getting who? Is he getting Kittle or is he getting Harris?
That must be a 6-man league.
That must be a. That must be. He must be controlling the other team and accepted the trade.
Speaking of Patriot fans, hey, yo, Phil, Damian Harris for Kyle Pitts. What up? Kyle Pitts is a disappointment. We know that. Damian Harris is the bell cow.
He's the bell cow.
You need a running back. You said you need an RB2. What up?
I was seriously considering it.
Business is booming, baby. I'll do a wide receiver to sweeten that thing. Matter of fact, I'll give you Damian Harris and Devin Singletary right here for Kyle Pitts on the podcast. What up?
We're doing live negotiation?
Live negotiation. Damian Harris, Devin Singletary for Kyle Pitts.
Phil didn't beat nobody in 1v1. He is capping. He already knows. He didn't beat anybody 1v1. He lost.
So I guess videos don't exist, right? Videos don't exist.
Hold on. Because y'all talking about him, you talking about me.
Lawrence.
I watched him. First off, he has evidence. The video that just came out, he won. Then we went to New York City. He took the L, and I avenged him. So IBTE is up. Put some respect. And the boy, Showbo is in the comments right now.
I'm wearing that hoodie for a reason. I got the W, so I'm wearing that as a prize.
I went out there dog tired to avenge Phil. So y'all not gonna do this.
John says if you beat Phil, not only can you come on the show, but you can take Phil's spot on the show. Phil will sit out that week, and you can take over as him.
You know what?
We need proof. We need evidence.
For the week. I'll agree to that.
Rick said not IBT because it's three more of us.
Rick, I'll play you 1v1 for a red hoodie straight up.
Oh man, all right. Anyway,
I mean, if we're playing 1v1 for the red hoodies, I'm down to play Lawrence for that hoodie. So
I gotta chill.
He can't.
Yeah, I gotta chill.
All right, we got pick'ems.
Yeah, let's get to these pick'ems, bro.
We got pick'ems, people.
Kenny, we got pick'ems.
Thursday night game: Washington football team versus New York Giants. Who you got, Lawrence?
What the fuck is he doing? Is he frozen?
Holding for suspense.
He broke.
Oh, my fault. I just fumbled the ball again. My fault.
Damn. Lamar Jackson?
Washington. I was talking about Daniel Jones, bum ass. I got Washington, man. Chase Young, 2 strip sacks.
Oh shit!
Ooh, I got.
Neil,
I mean, I got.
Phil, go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I got Washington too. I don't think Saquon Barkley is 100% yet. They're still going to try to ease him in. I think that defense dominates. I'm going with them as well.
Neil.
Washington football team.
I know John's mad in the comments right now. He's a Giants fan.
Let's make it a clean sweep. Washington football team by 10. 2 possessions.
I'm gonna say Washington football team by 7 points.
I'm gonna say Washington football team by 3 to 7 points, like last week.
Here he goes again with these fucking ranges.
Listen, Washington.
I did it on purpose. 2 possessions.
Washington landslide, 3 possessions.
I like it. You know what? I need Antonio Gibson.
Lawrence, your boys in the chat are always wilding. Always. They're always wilding.
Wait, what did he say?
Second pick'em game. We got
footage, New York. Oh yeah, I got the footage. Don't worry.
We got Miami versus Buffalo. Phil, who you got?
I'm going to go Buffalo. They're trying to bounce back. I think they're trying to hold Jalen Waddle in because he went off. Well, sort of went off against the Patriots. So I got them avenging their loss from last week. Bills by, I'll say 1 possession.
Lawrence, who you got?
Where they playing?
They are playing in. Hang on, it's loading. At Miami.
Give me Miami 3 points by a field goal. I'm gonna take Miami. I'm gonna take some chances. That's the only way I'm gonna get ahead. The only way. Got the other games to worry about anyway.
All right, we had a whole roster fix to make.
Yeah.
I gotta go Buffalo here. I think Josh Allen comes back strong. I don't know. This is gonna be a close one because we just saw Buffalo struggle with the defense of Pittsburgh. Miami's defense is very good. Playing in Miami is not fun, especially at this point at this time of the year. It's gonna be very tough, but I think Buffalo gets the job done. I'll say Buffalo by 7 points.
You
like Buffalo also?
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo. I want to say, because I feel like the teams are going to split. I always like to take a team that's at home when they're going to split.
Yeah.
But I don't think Buffalo starting 0-2 is the only thing. So it's like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place.
That's a fact.
And so I gotta see something more out of Tua.
Yes.
All right.
Because the fact that they still went to Jacoby Brissett last week, and it wasn't just for QB sneaks, like he actually had some plays, is not a bright sign.
Wait, whoa. That happened?
Jacoby Brissett was on play.
He had like 2 plays last week.
Yeah. It was all like rush. It was all 1 yard rushes.
Give me Buffalo, Tom.
Jacoby Brissett was in for like.
Yeah, hit that back to skinny, but BU.
I got you, bro.
Put BU up. Thank you.
They put him in for
That's
QB sneaks.
all I needed to know. Did not know that.
Yeah,
No, I'm good.
I'm not high on them after that. Third game, we got the LA Chargers versus the Dallas Cowboys, and that game is being played in LA.
Oh, hey!
Who we got, Nielsen?
Give me those fucking Chargers, baby. Get these bum-ass Cowboys out of here. You just lost your best defensive player. You're playing against Brandon Staley, who knows how to fucking lock down any type of offense. Dak Prescott is not going to be playing like he did against the suspect Bucks defense. All right? Justin Herbert's going to light up your papier-mâché defense, too, in Dallas. Let's go. Give me the Chargers by double digits.
Phil.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with Neil, but for the Chargers, I think it's gonna be a shootout. And I think the Chargers win by a late touchdown.
Lawrence.
Touchdown.
Man, listen, you saw what I just put out there.
Man, put the L's in the chat for the Cowboys. Put the L's in the chat.
It's gonna be a good shootout, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
L's in the chat.
And I think if they do win, it come down to some shootout. But Chargers got a defense. They got the better equation.
Yes, I got the Chargers as well, and I think this is going to be a better barometer of where the Cowboys' offense is. Like, yes, the Bucs are probably a better overall team than the Chargers, but the Chargers are a better defense. So after this week, we'll have a better idea of who the Cowboys are in offense.
The Cowboys lost Marcus Lawrence. Also, they don't have Michael Gallup for 6 to 8 weeks. He's on IR. So
yeah, get him out of here. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Get them Cowboys out of here.
He said, I was in the chat.
And our fourth and final game that we will pick on the podcast is the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Baltimore.
I'm
gonna
go with the Chiefs. Another potential shootout, but I think the Ravens are still going to be reeling from last week, so I got the Chiefs by double digits.
Come on, Neil. You can be a man. Encourage your convictions. Talk about how much we drag
Baltimore.
And that, Baltimore is this great team. Come on. You got to be a man.
Fuck out of here. Kansas City's about to win this game by 3 touchdowns.
Oh.
Boo.
No balls.
No, he's going to say because of Clyde Edwards.
What's the line? What's the line on this? Early line. It should be 14. 7.5?
Also, any hot takes, any hot bets you want to make? Like betting line?
We'll get to the bets after the. We'll get to the bets after this.
What you do?
Lawrence, who you got? I'll look up the line right now.
For me right now, what teams are playing again?
Kansas City and the Ravens.
Kansas City, the Ravens playing in Baltimore.
I got Kansas City by 10.
Excuse you, sir.
Kansas City by 10. They just get it done.
The line is Kansas City's favored by 3.5.
3.5. Take it now. Take it now. Go
Vegas
to the nearest casinos.
Turning Stone, wherever it is, go.
Because I guarantee by the time that game come around Friday, Saturday, there's gonna be 3 more
5 points.
It's gonna be 3 more people on the injury list, and then that probably won't be available to you anymore.
I am also going Kansas City. How would you not? It's tough. I don't think that they're gonna. It's tough for a good team to start 0-2, but I don't see Lamar Jackson being Patrick Mahomes. I just don't see it happening.
Don't see it happening. And we got a couple degenerate gamblers on the podcast here.
I really try to pick games that I think we're all going to pick differently. Unfortunately, these 4 games we all picked the same. But I swear that wasn't planned.
Yeah.
Hey,
all right,
go keep it close.
So, got a couple degenerate gamblers on the podcast here. I know Phil can't afford gas money to get himself out of the casino, but me, Kenny, and Lawrence, we're out here.
Attacking me the whole episode today.
This was the parlay slip that we had. We had 60 to win 517 on Seahawks -3, Packers -3.5, and the Carolina Panthers at -3.5. Obviously, Obviously, the slip can be ripped in pieces now because thanks to the fucking Saints and the bum-ass Packers, the fucking parlay is no longer. They didn't even put up 3.5 points, let alone win the game by 3.5 points. But you know what?
You should have talked to me.
It was a free donation.
Told you not to take that.
It was a donation to the United Indian Nation. We will be going back out there this weekend. Let's fucking go, man. We're winning our money back. Next week, we're going out there with 80, and we're going to take home $1,000. Let's go, baby.
Also, make sure your picks match the picks that are said today and on the...
I don't pick shit.
It doesn't matter if they don't... Yeah, whatever you pick.
That brings me to my next point. Yo, check the ticker at the bottom here to check the weekly pick'ems. We got it on the site right now.
And on the sports page.
www.ibtenetwork.com/IBTE -sports is gonna pretty much give us about us, about us four co-hosts, and at the top the weekly NFL picks are gonna be updated as Kenny puts them in. You can actually see he put them in right now actually, but he's gotta dress it up to make it look all better. So it'll be updated in the next couple of days. So if y'all want to check those out and keep on track of them.
They're also on the IG and Facebook page as well.
Yes, and it locks at Sunday, like at kickoff. So if you guys, for some reason, like to go and check every day, like it might change until kickoff. And if someone tries to change it after kickoff, don't worry because I screenshot it at 1 p.m. on Sunday. So I'll go back.
Or if they forget to make a pick, just a heads up. But
Well, the game was played on Monday, so it really didn't matter.
Yeah, man, and just for anybody that's watching, I know we got a couple viewers in this still hanging out with us. If anybody is struggling with gambling addiction, the national helpline number, 1-800-522-4700. If y'all need help, give that number a call. They'll talk you through your shit, man. But listen, we're really out here. Degenerate gambling is a real struggle. Gambling addiction is a real struggle. The helpline, Lawrence will put that shit in the ticker.
Well,
so if y'all need it, you can call 1-800-522-4700.
Hold on, my guy, listen. You're not about this, okay? Like you saying, like you want to know? I do 12-leg parlays. You're not on the same level.
No, you really go out there and put the minimum down, though. You really go put $5 minimums down. Just because you got 5 slips.
Does not make you a degenerate and him not a degenerate. If he's gambling more than you, he has a bigger addiction.
Bro, no, but I bet the same. He said $60. That's cool.
No, I understand. But I'm saying
$5 ones. I do more money for the props.
No, but my thing, just because you doing longer legs makes you a fool.
That shit doesn't mean you stupid.
It's $5. But like I said, I do the props and I make the parlay shorter, just about what he named, 4 or 5.
Because whenever Lawrence sends us his picks and his parlays, it looks like a damn CVS receipt. Just a heads up.
Right, like my head hurts. I can't look at that.
It's too much, bro.
Just have to zoom in.
I gotta believe I'm there.
Listen, if you pick out 16 games, you're never gonna win.
I'm like 2 legs away, and I'm there. I gotta get there. I gotta start betting Russ.
A couple. Just for anybody that's still hanging out, if y'all plan on gambling this week, a couple picks I like, which I hit 2 of the 3 of my parlay. So I mean, I'm okay. I'm 2-1 so far. That's not terrible. 2-1 so far. I really liked Washington to win by 3. I like that line a lot because I think they're going to win more than that. I like Chicago to win by 2 because I think they're not playing the Rams, so they're going to do a lot better. And another pick I like is...
Say it. Say what I'm going to say.
What?
Go for it. We'll see we're on the same page.
I like Kansas City at 3.5.
Kenny, what you feeling over there, man? And another thing too, what I'm gonna do is probably put some graphics together. Some picks that I'm gonna probably put down. 5-6 leg parlays that I think will be likely to hit. I'll put them up as graphic on the page too if people wanna go to the casino.
Oh, we gotta put that shit on a Patreon or some shit. They gotta pay for that.
Yeah, you want my lock of the week?
Yeah, if you want a lock of the week, Lawrence, put the cash app on the ticker. If you want the lock of the week, you got to hit the cash app on the ticker.
I'm giving it to him for free this week.
Yeah, this week we're giving it y'all crazy.
Ready? I'm giving it to him. Atlanta plus 12.5, baby.
Oh, never again.
12.5 for an NFL team is a lot. That's a lock.
Yeah, they're 11 and a half point favorites. The
The
Bucks.
Lions.
That's what I'm saying.
Lions are 11-point underdogs. Don't touch those lines.
Listen, granted, if you guys bet the Falcons and lose all your money, do not come on the podcast next week blaming me because
we are not.
I am not liable for any money you lose.
Listen. We do not care.
Listen.
I got you. We here at IBT Sports are not liable for any money lost during these podcasts. You choose and go after our advice. So it's a heads up.
Right.
If you lose your mortgage,
I got us
do
covered.
not have your significant other coming on here yelling at me, talking about some you told was a lot. It's not my problem. He's an idiot and listen to me.
Bro,
I never won.
Bro, listen, at the end of the day, the NFL season is back. We got MLB playoffs back. NBA season starts soon. The bets are coming. The content is hot. It's on the stove. It's cooking, right, Lawrence? We're cooking it up, baby. Let's go. IBT is here.
They said their piece. I like the Broncos game against the bum ass Jags. 6 points. I'll take that. For me, personally, I like it.
Wait, not to get too far ahead of ourselves. Do we know what the Week 3 matchup is here? It's going to be fun in IBTE world.
Oh man, what is it?
New Orleans at New England.
Woo!
Landslide.
We'll see.
Landslide.
That's a different week to week. We'll take about that when it gets here.
Mac Jones like this.
Hey, we will see.
The whole game.
Hopefully, James can see well that game.
Why is this happening? Bill lied to me.
We will see. I'm looking forward to it. Definitely am.
Davenport.
Can't wait.
But man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. And y'all rocking with us. I think tonight has been probably the most consistent show that we've had this entire time. Between the combination between Facebook and YouTube, people watching, it got up to about 15, 16 people. I appreciate y'all, man. And I know these guys appreciate you guys are tuning in.
Shout out to you guys.
Comments, shout out to Dylan, shout out to Rick, shout out to Showboat, Dante. We always appreciate you.
John.
Phil and Neil, you guys can kick rocks.
Jackson,
John,
keep coming back.
Jackson.
LaBella was in here. Phil Nugent was in here.
Phil Nugent, everybody, man, y'all was showing out tonight.
Brett George was in here. Shout out to BG Property Services.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yo, also,
there too.
Next week is our 1 year anniversary.
Giveaway.
Well, I mean, Neil, me and Lawrence and Kenny's 1 year, not you, but heads up.
Well, I guess I won't be on the episode next week. We'll see that 16 viewer count drop down to like 14.
But anyway, I think for him, we can do something special to him because I feel like at one point in this season, the Rams are gonna lose to a team that's not supposed to lose to. Then we gotta name it. We gotta name it for
Frauds in the first degree.
Part 2. We gotta do it. Listen,
2 counts.
Whenever they drop that ball, because it's gonna happen. So a team,
we'll be ready.
Team's gonna do it.
Yo, Dylan, time out. You ain't coming in the chat.
He said giveaway.
At my man.
Yeah, we don't do that.
My man like that.
He said give away Phil's podcast spot.
Listen, first up, Dylan, don't do that.
Yeah, but Dylan, that's a fact. Don't come in here coming at my boy Phil like that, all right? You're not IBTE, all right?
Yeah, we can come at Phil.
All right, you can't come at Phil.
It's like your little brother.
Yeah.
You can beat up your little brother. Someone else plays hands on, it's over.
Yeah, it's over. All right, and the Eagles are trash.
Thank you, I guess.
Thank you, I guess.
Yeah, Rick. Rick.
But like I said, man, we appreciate everybody that's tuned in. This concludes another episode of IBTE Sports Podcast. We up out of here. We appreciate you. We love you. We out.